Hey there! Today we'll have a look at this pen, and this pen was sent to me by a viewer. Thanks a lot. We are talking about the Kaigelu 356. Now, I don't know how to pronounce the name Kaigelu or Kaigelu or Kaigelu or... I don't know, alright? These are Chinese pens, and I wonder if Kaigelu actually has something to do with the kangaroo. It kind of sounds kangaroo-ish, and kangaroos seem to be their logo of the brand, so I wonder. Today we'll have a look at the Kaigelu 356, and if you ever held a Parker Sonnet, you may see a slight resemblance. I'll cover the parts of the pen, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then we'll do writing some. Finial of the pen, it's pretty small, and I don't know how well you can see that, but it's something that really looks like a kangaroo. Yeah. And then we have the clip, which is, well, I would say rather Parker-esque. Definitely very springy, which is nice. Then we have this blue metallic material. Barrel just tapers down, and then we have the center band, and of course the center band says Kaigelu and then 356. Which makes it just not a Magnum pen. And then we have this, the nib. The nib has the kangaroo on it again. It's a number 5 nib, and it's, yeah, I don't know, medium. These nibs are not labeled, at least not that I can see. A medium nib. I'll come back to the nib in a second. Section is slightly hourglass shaped, lightly, and then there is a converter included with the pen, which actually has Kaigelu on there in pretty deep relief, but well, I guess actually it's not relief, it's the opposite of relief because it actually sticks out. Alright, cartridge converter filled pen. I'm sure this would also take a standard international cartridge, looking at that, but no, decent, works well, and that's pretty much it. I've got the feeling it's brass, at least the section is. It's a little hard to tell what the barrel is, but I had the feeling it was metal. Okay, so there you have it. What about this pen? Well, it's not a huge pen, but neither is the Sonnet. You can post it, and then it's a pretty nice size, I would say. It's also decently balanced. It's a little top heavy because of the depth at which the cap posts, but I think it's quite decent. I like the blue. It's a matte metallic blue, and I think it's a decent pen. Now, what really surprised me is that when you buy inexpensive Chinese pens, the nibs can vary quite a bit. I have used really nice Chinese nibs, and I've also used really not so nice Chinese nibs. And I think this one was very well tuned, and I have used Kaigelu, the brand, before, and I have always been very pleased by their nibs. They write very well, have good flow, good wetness, and they're really pleasant to use. And I think that is definitely the case for this nib too. So one of the things I really like about it, I mean, I wouldn't say this is a spectacular body, but it's well put together. Everything is nicely rounded off. There's no glue residue. I have experienced that on cheaper Chinese pens. So it is really well made, which is really nice. And as I said, the nib, very smooth, very well tuned. So that's really nice. Things I don't like about it so much, well, it's definitely Sonnet-ish, and you have to enjoy such a thing. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, they say, but, interesting, whole discussion I had about that recently in those Lamy Safari knockoff videos, but that was an actual knockoff. I think this is more a very liberal borrowing of the Sonnet model. So, there you have it. They're quite inexpensive. I would say this would make for a very decent knockabout pen that you can just take with you, and if you drop it, it's not a horrible loss if it gets a dent or whatever in it. I think it's very nice. I think they're nice, and I think the best thing I can do is show you how it writes. Now, I'm not going to give you measurements. Measurements will be presented on the website, sbrebrown.com. Go there if you want to see the measurements. And that will also include, the post will include some high-resolution pictures of the pen and the writing sample. Thanks a lot to the viewer who sent me this. I appreciate it a lot. Guys, I hope this was useful so far. And I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so here we go with this Kaigelu 356. The nib is something fine medium, I would say more on the medium end of things. And the ink is SD Dupont Blue. And really, as I said in the video, this is a pleasantly tuned nib. Not scratchy. Pleasant, nice, smooth. Do some fast writing. And as you can see, even when you write very quickly, the nib and feed really keep up quite well. As to its wetness, it's actually a really nice nib that's on the wet side of things, I would say. And the line variation, you can definitely squeeze out some. But it's not a flex nib, and you can see it will start a railroad. I was really pushing it a bit there. So, there you have it. Maybe we should do some reverse writing for people who like that. As you can see, it gets very dry if you try that. And I also think it's pretty much illegible. So I wouldn't really use this nib in that manner. But a very fascinating, nice, everyday knockabout writer, I would say. Hope this was useful. Thanks to the kind viewer who sent me this, and I'll gladly see you later.